Pursuit earlier, a black Chevy. That one ended in a flat tire. This one's the want for speed, and we've definitely seen that in the first few minutes we've been overhead here.
You will never guess where we are.
Keeping to one particular lane, and you can see the kind of bobbing back
That
and
is not
forth
Chris
from
Christie,
number
by the
one
way.
now all the way to the number 4 lane. We're about 5 minutes away from going live on channel 7, so you might hear me get quiet for a little bit while I coordinate with the control room.
Don't know who this is. No, it's not Eliana.
Just had confirmation from CHP that the original want is, in fact, for speed. No mention of any weapon, the air unit saying. Go ahead.
Hold on, people. Hold on. Take a look at the top of your screen, and you will see where we're at. We are in Downey, Norwalk, passing eastbound on Downey, Norwalk. Right as we go live. It has been a minute since we've had a chase, and of all places for it to originate, 60 westbound through Boyle Heights, Downey, Norwalk. Tweets are out. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go chasing on a Monday night, 5 minutes short of the 11 o'clock news hour here in Los Angeles. ABC 7 on the call. Once again, not Chris Christie, and I actually don't know who this is. Westbound 10 headed through downtown. Red Dodge Charger, XL Dodge Charger. Let's go chasing for the first time in a long time. I missed you guys as well. Welcome in. Welcome back. And it's a freeway chase. Look at all the interchanges there as we go through downtown, coming off the 60 westbound. You have options to the 110, the 101, eventually the 105.
So, for the sake of all of us who want to see this come to a conclusion and want to witness it, we hope that it stays, let's say, east of the 405.
Oh, we're getting off.
Looks like we're taking an exit here now.
Oh no, not downtown.
Possibly exiting and getting on surface streets.
Oh no, not downtown.
You know, anyone who's ever watched Pursuits with us, we know.
Oh my God. Oh my God, we just mounted the curb.
Zone, possibly hitting some cones, cutting off traffic.
Through the cones, and now we're downtown. This is bad news. The only place we couldn't afford to get off is downtown. Now we have to deal with Pursuit towers and parking garages.
Downtown gets difficult. It gets difficult for kids to follow Pursuits.
Yep.
It gets difficult
He's going to lose the air units, the choppers with the, I don't know if it's CHP or LAPD in Pursuit. It's going to be tough for the media to keep on top of this one with all the Pursuit buildings. Now his lights are off. We may be dealing with a pro here.
We're just a few minutes away from going on the television on ABC 7. I'm going to go quiet for a few minutes here.
Everyone who's subscribing to the channel, appreciate you guys as always. That's a solid green light, thankfully. We are rooting for the lights at a perpendicular angle to be red. That means ours is going to be green. If you see a green light, that means he's about to plow through a red. That's a red light. That's good for us. That's a red light. That's good for us. Keep those things red if we're going to keep doing these speeds on these side streets.
I wonder if they're in the 2 minutes out. The black now.
2 minutes out. Oh my God, a Waymo. A Waymo.
That's a first for me. I've never seen a Waymo get tangled up in a Pursuit.
A Waymo's involved in a chase. That's a driverless vehicle. We have them all over the place here in Los Angeles. Might be getting back on the freeway. Oh, that looked like a freeway. 2 minutes away from going live. 2 minutes away from going live on ABC 7, 11 o'clock news. This is going to turn up real quick. They're going to start leading off the news with this. That was crazy. First Waymo we've seen in a chase arguably ever. They're all over the place, especially on the west side.
Getting on surface streets now. This may become an LAPD Pursuit.
Crazy that they've been mapping Los Angeles for like the last 3 years, that they weren't mapping San Francisco, like Silicon Valley first. Oh no, Pursuit buildings. Oh God, bird scooter.
It's going to get dangerous for pedestrians here. Oncoming bicycle as well. Pedestrians in the road.
Oh my God.
Down, making a U-turn.
What are we doing?
A parking structure there, a parking garage.
Look at all these people on the bird scooters or lime scooters. Is that a wrong way? Are we going wrong way?
Wondering what's going on.
Oh God, parking garage. It's got to be a parking garage. Fucking Pursuit buildings. Get this back on the freeway. We got to get out of downtown. Could be lost. That was a green light, which means solid red. He just blew through. Night sun overhead. Night sun overhead. 3-star chase here. I don't see any ground units, any red and blue lights. Might be looking for a parking garage to ditch the vehicle in. Passing the Alexandria Hotel as we go swerve to lane number 1 there. We are in the heart of downtown right now. 5th and Broadway. Oh, God, yeah, this is Stu's kryptonite. Stu would have lost this instantly. He can't handle downtown anymore. Oh, I'm seeing some red and blues. That might just be the taco truck. Big pursuit building in the way here. Not good. Not good. Oh, no. Keep the night sun on top of it. Good job, good job.
Well, you see a glimpse of that vehicle there just through the buildings. We had eyes on this vehicle for a while there. This pursuit started in West Covina, wanted for speed. We believe it was West Covina PD that started the pursuit, and then CHP got involved. CHP
no plates on this?
Vehicle on the eastbound 10, and then on the westbound 60, and now we've ended up in downtown. CHP has backed off a little bit from this pursuit, but the
oh no, that's a parking garage.
Close eye on this suspect, but this is what often happens when these pursuits go downtown. You have these parking structures, you have all of these areas where a pursuit suspect.
Oh no, he's back out. Oh, thank God.
Luckily, that did not happen right there.
Idiot.
Like
could have gotten away.
A parking garage, maybe saw
solid red light going through construction. That was your way out too.
I believe that's going to be Grand, passing 9th through downtown. And downtown
thankfully,
is just where
oh God, more U-turns.
We've seen a couple
Thank God this driver doesn't know ball.
Maybe a little bit unfamiliar with downtown because he keeps kind of hesitating through.
That might be wrong side of the road. Back towards the construction now. There's a manhole cover. Look at this. This is, oh my God, we're about to run over the cones. Oh my God. Now what? Into the parking.
Looks like into a parking lot right there, and another parking structure.
So frustrating. And here come the units.
That's going to be CHP. CHP is still the primary on this pursuit. CHP was talking about letting LAPD get involved, but CHP, it looks like, stayed
fucking downtown.
You have a LA County Sheriff's Department helicopter overhead, and they were able at least to keep eyes on the suspect through downtown. It's tough in downtown because you have all the buildings. It's hard even for a helicopter to keep visual on a suspect on a vehicle.
Unless he comes barreling out the way he came in and plays demolition derby, this chase is probably over. What if he drives up to the roof though?
Pretty quick here, and I'm wondering if that CHP unit on the entrance to that parking garage saw anything, or maybe they didn't see exactly where the suspect went. That's why they're kind of holding off on where to go right now. You still have the air unit giving information to those authorities down below, but that air unit obviously can't see what's going on in that parking structure. And that's
I have a feeling he's going to come up to the roof.
You have all these parking
I got the weirdest feeling, man.
an ability for pursuit suspects to pull in, maybe go to a different level of the parking structure, drop the car off, and run. But this parking structure,
I mean, keep it wide. They could easily be walking out the back.
This parking structure seems pretty small, so it's not going to be a huge situation for a number of officers to search. I'm being told that somebody in one of the law enforcement helicopters may have seen somebody walk out of the parking structure and continue northbound. It looks like the night sun, Josh, tilt down. It looks like the night sun right there in the center. As the sheriff's helicopter comes back around, it was looking on the bottom side of that intersection there for a second.
Did they ditch and walk out?
Like they're kind of drifting back towards.
Did they paint spray this thing?
They saw a glimpse of somebody walking out of the parking structure that they are curious about, and I believe it's those two individuals right there that are kind of walking away a little nonchalantly. You never know in this situation.
Watch them send the Doge.
The Sheriff's Department helicopter is aware of those two individuals and is possibly directing officers on the ground to at least walk up to them and ask them a few questions. But
correct, Nix 4500. This is why you don't do tracking mode in downtown LA.
Or if
ever.
Sheriff's helicopters,
parking garages, towers, you're going to lose your air unit support.
For these suspects.
Look at those people on the roof. Look at all those people on the roof in that penthouse apartment. They all got their phones out. You guys see that on the left side of the screen? Over here? Yeah, I mean that's a nice apartment. The only problem is it's in downtown LA. You can have the nicest place in the world and still not living there. Yeah, look at them. Now they took too long to come out the back, so they got officers waiting by that staircase in the bottom left corner. Yeah, I bet they're filling it up on Citizen right now. Man, those choppers got to be really high because these pursuit towers in downtown are skyscrapers. Not code 4. We've seen crazier things happen than a red Dodge Charger come flying down that ramp and barreling through what is very little resistance here. They could easily come out that exit if they wanted to. We've seen much crazier things happen during chases. It is not over until we're code 4.
It looks like they are, still trying to gather a lot of information right now.
Do not leave. You have been warned. They could go up to the roof in that thing.
They're going to establish a perimeter around this parking structure right now, and then work their way in from there. So they're not just going to barge into the parking structure and just start looking. They're going to establish a perimeter around the area with 2 law enforcement helicopters now over the scene, one from LAPD, one from LA County Sheriff's Department, and then they're going to work from there. They don't believe that a suspect has exited the parking structure at this point, but you can see there now LAPD from Central Division, they are now on the scene here. They are flowing in on the surrounding streets, directing traffic. And
Baby Bread Bar asks, how often do you see night sun spotlights while driving in LA? Quite often, man. I live right underneath a helicopter path too, so they're buzzing my apartment multiple times a day. You just got to get used to it out here. Earthquakes, wildfires, and helicopters. What? They're running? You guys see those cops running or waddling? I am keeping my voice very... I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the post-game show once the playoffs start. Because I had a little run-in with Olga the other... guys got to tell you the story of Olga. Finally met Olga face to face.
Well.
Okay. Do you guys want the Olga story? Or should I tell it after this is done? Should I focus on this? Let's focus on the chase, and then I will tell the Olga story after we're code 4. There's some resolution here.
Copy. I believe we're still streaming on our alternate streaming channels for ABC 7 Los Angeles. Thank you for staying with us here. You're watching the conclusion of a high-speed pursuit of a maroon pickup truck. Started in the West Covina area. West Covina PD began the pursuit. CHP picked it up, coming westbound on the 60, ending up in downtown in a parking structure where a lot of these pursuits often end up. The driver went into the parking structure, and now CHP has a perimeter around the parking structure. They don't believe the person has exited the parking structure, but they want to get a perimeter in place before they can.
Yeah, there's no way, unless they just went straight out the back.
Streets in the area. This is going to be, Josh, if you could pop up the top of the map for me. There you go. 8th and Grant, thank you.
Yeah, downtown LA parking is actually pretty cheap. If you ever go to a Lakers game, just go a block or two past the arena. You'll find lots for like $10-15. The ones around the arena are like 40. People just don't know any different.
really focusing on a lockdown of the parking structure for now, and eventually they'll want to move in and search. They have us in a bug too. Copy.
$30, 6 blocks from the Spectrum Center. I assume that's in Charlotte. Yikes. Anyways, welcome back. We will be telling the Olga story. Problem is, because I'm doing a solo show in the playoffs too, so it's a lot of talking. And since a post-game show, there's more emotion involved, so I'm usually louder than the daytime show, which might be a problem. We'll see how it goes, but I'll add some context with they get a bear. No, there's no Bearcat going in there. That's a lot of units, though. Nightbot doesn't let you say shut up. Those settings are harsh. Will you shut up, please? I will tease the story by saying Olga was surprisingly open to reason. Will you shut up, please? I did have the window open. Look at some people in the chat. Who is Olga? You don't know ball. Is she a baddie? She actually is a baddie. She actually is. That's the crazy part.
I don't know how far west we could go though.
Where's this chat been during the daytime show? I've been doing 45-minute community comment only shows for the past couple weeks. Is this only a nighttime crowd? Is this only a chase crowd now? You guys have to listen to me shuffle poker chips. Like always. Gotta bring back some asthma. I did meet, yes, I know the chat. This is a big deal. I did meet Olga. Now the stream is on, it's on Twitch. It's on Profit X's Twitch if you want to use Twitch. Their channel. It's on my personal Twitter. Early morning UK. Oh, that's right. Yeah, different hours. Well, oh, we're leaving. There's the grundle of the helicopter. Wow. Wow. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me just do the rounds here real quick. See if there's another stream. KTLA might be live. I think they left it too. It says it's live on the channel. I'm on the website. Will we get a stream? Nope. They left. Gil Davis left. Gil Davis is headed back to base, unfortunately. Check with Eliana. I don't think Eliana made it. Eliana did not make it. Let's try KCal. I thought about your aversion to driving, Wob. I spent 19 hours in a car this weekend? Man, listen. I think I'm done driving anything more than 3.5 hours. I think that's official for me. Let me just check KCal real quick. I don't think I can do it anymore. It's just so boring. I was able to drive to San Diego pretty easily, but that was 2 hours and change coming back, and it was like 3 hours and change going down in rush hour traffic. Nightbot's getting censored. All right. Unfortunately, this chase is complete. By the way, I think we have some new, I don't know if they're rolled out yet, but the Chases Breed Chases t-shirt is in process of being created and put into the store. You will notice birdsintheair.com if you were looking for some new designs, that we do have some new stuff in there. But the big ones that you guys were asking for soon, birdsintheair.com. Will be put into the store in the foreseeable future. I assume you're already following at Skywob Alerts. That's how you will get your alerts in the future if you're still watching this stream. That is a backup on Twitter. Turn your notifications on there as well as here, and you will be notified if for some reason. Hold on. This is why you don't leave chases. This is why you don't leave chases. We have another chase. We have another chase. This is why you don't leave until we're code 4. We're about to go live with Gil Davis on KTLA. Chases breed chases. Okay, let me get the stream up. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Don't be over. Don't be over. Don't be over. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Chopper, there looks like another chopper en route. Why are we not able to get on top of it? Seems to have located it. Those lights aren't moving. Now we've got pursuit. I see a unit flying down the street. Is it on the other side of LAX airspace? No, he's popping a U-turn. There's some units here that are pulled over. It's right next to LAX. Of course it is. Well, this is unfortunate. Look how far away we are. There's LAX. Let's watch a plane land. That's why we can't go over the chase, because if we did, it'd be right in the way of LAX landing traffic. Now, I guess we're headed back to base again. Chases breed chases, though, don't they? We almost had another one. Chases breed chases because all the choppers get up in the air and they can get on top of them really quickly. That's why it's CBC. Helicopter versus A380. Like an Emirates landing Airbus. Good luck. All right, where were we? Anything for the perfect shot. Okay, chat wants the Olga story. Okay, back to. I'm just keeping an eye on the. Yeah, Gil Davis is headed back to base. Oh yeah. So Olga. Let's see. About a week and a half ago, a girl I've been seeing was staying over, and she kept walking into the wrong apartment. For some reason, Olga's door was open, and twice she walked into, because it's a long hall, and she thought that was my apartment. So she would open the door and walk in, and Olga was in the bedroom sleeping. The lights were off and everything. So she thought she'd just like slowly back out and close the door and like nothing would happen, but it happened twice. And because her dumbass, I can call her a dumbass, because her dumbass slammed, then she came into the correct apartment, my apartment, and slammed the door. So Olga knew who kept coming into her apartment, because within seconds after she walked out of hers, she came into mine. So after the second time, she's like, I did it again. And I'm like, you don't know what you've done. You have awoken the Kraken. Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, where they wake up the Balrog? That's what you have done, I think. We will be so lucky if, and as I'm about to say if, I hear bang, bang, bang on the front door. And it was not one of those knock, knock, knock. It was a fist bang, bang, bang. I'm like, motherfucker. Now I got to deal with Olga because of you. And Olga and I have never had a face-to-face confrontation, remember. Olga, the only time was a couple of years ago when Olga yelled at me from her bedroom through the window, and it was probably my fault. He's going to take shots when he's open, whether they're ill-advised.
It's too loud. It's nighttime. Can you shut up, please?
Hold on. I just got yelled at by a neighbor. Hold on. I just got yelled at by a neighbor. And here, it was my fault again, because she thought someone kept stumbling into her apartment. And because my door slammed, she thought I was like fucked up or something. So she knocks on the door, and it's one of those that she's not leaving either. Because I've had people knock on my door, and you've heard it during the stream. So I'm like, she's not leaving. I'm going to have to go deal with this. And of course, my girl is like hiding in the corner, like, oh, what did I do? I'm like, you have no clue what you've done. So then I open the door, and it's Olga. And she's like in her pajamas, and she's in her Russian, Ukrainian accent or whatever it was. Like, you come into my apartment? You come into my apartment? Why? Why? So then I like slowly, because I can hear my girl hiding in the corner. And I slowly close the door. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I have a friend that's over. She's only been here a couple of times. She totally thought that was my apartment because the door was unlocked. She didn't know the correct number, and she did it twice. It won't happen again. I apologize. I'm sorry that I woke you up. And she was like, oh, no, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to make sure you're not, drunk or crazy and this and then yet, and whatever they say. And I somehow resolved it. And I said, I apologize. You have a good night. Sorry about that. And hopefully see you around soon, okay? And then we ended up going our separate ways. But she was ready to, like, if I was confrontational or I wasn't, like, at full attention, if I was drunk or something, she probably would have called the patrol to come, like, complain and file a complaint about neighbors stumbling into her apartment. She would have definitely, because she's had all the neighbors complain about her recently. We've ganged up on her, and like we all conspired to like file because she was going crazy for a couple of weeks, like breaking shit, slamming doors. What the is that Olga? Okay, sorry, that was Gil. Okay, so anyways, so she's been much better and much quiet recently. She's been much better and much quiet. And then when something was done wrong to her, obviously she's like, now it's my time to respond. But I handled it professionally and well. Apologized, fell on the sword, and I'm like, I come back in here. I'm like, you have no clue how lucky you are that you avoided the flames of Olga. She could have had a fucking shotgun in there. You won't stumble your drunk ass in there in the wrong apartment. You cannot mess up like that again. Who knows what Olga has? It's like the Saw basement. All right. Sorry. Let me catch up on the comments. Why is Olga not locking her door? Good question. Good question. Lock your door, please. No, Olga's the final boss. We would have had a wob chase. We need an Olga emoji. So I've seen her. I knew who she was. I knew who she was before because I see her walking around, but she has never. I don't think she's seen me. This is the first time we've ever conversed in 4+ years of being neighbors. Oh yeah, she's got the fall. I don't think she's not Russian. I think she's Ukrainian. And I'm sorry if I butchered the "niet" or if that's a Russian thing, but I was just it's what she sounded like. Is that Olga equals Omar coming? it, yo, it, the look, the look on her face, the look on the girl that was at my place's face, because this whole time after she did it the first time, I go, do not do that again. If you have to leave, go downstairs and do whatever and come back up. Do not go in the wrong apartment. And she did it again. And when she came in, I'm like, stop. Like, this isn't he. I'm telling you, you're dealing with someone. You are lucky to walk out of there without her, like, going batshit on you. Lord knows what she's got in that apartment, a weapon or something. You know what? It might be fun to actually watch. I'm watching the helicopter land right now. And it happened a second time. And she's like, I did it again by accident. I'm so sorry. I'm like, you're a fucking moron. You don't know what you've done. You're so lucky no one is in there. And guess who was in there? Fucking Olga. No, no boat date. No boat date. I think she has motion sickness on boats. So there will be no boat date. She's not really a boat date kind of date relationship. Friend has amnesia. How does she? Good. Yeah. Good point. I mean, we were both drunk, but like sober up. If you're gonna leave the apartment and come back in here, do not go in that apartment again. Here's my number. Make sure it matches correctly. Oh, a TikTok streamer is downtown by the parking garage, according to someone in the chat. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see it. I don't have TikTok. Yeah, Olga was within her rights to be pissed off. And to make it worse, she could, like when she snuck out of the apartment for the second time, you leave a blood trail going into my apartment because you slammed the door behind you. You can't even be fucking sneaky. It's this recklessness. I'm like, what do you do when adversity hits you? Just panic and fucking like freeze. I can't deal with that. Sorry. There is no sorry. There are no second chances with Olga. You're lucky I was able to handle it. But now Olga's got like, I'm on thin ice with Olga. And Olga was on the verge of getting like evicted because the whole building conspired against her. So now it's a me versus the world mentality. Give her a baked good now to apologize. She would take that shit and tomahawk it at me from her patio. You think I like brownie? Fuck this brownie. Splat. How did the beef with Olga start? She hasn't done any, well, she's done plenty wrong, but she got mad at me originally for being too loud during a post-game show a couple years ago. No, do not feel bad for Olga. She has earned it all. Make her some spaghetti with meat sauce. Was it because of Kaminga? Wow. Good memory. Will you shut up, please? Yeah. So it wasn't Olga that knocked on my door during the chase when I was being too loud a couple times ago. It was too polite of a knock. And all my windows are closed when I stream now because I don't want to wake her up. But like my voice is, this is radio voice. This is radio voice. I don't know if someone else heard me and came over and knocked on the door because I was fucking screaming about something. Gotta work on the Eliana TV voice. Copy. Copy. Yeah, copy that. Yeah, gonna do a little hit on Telemundo. Yep. And then she goes to internet voice. Then she has her TV voice. Very presenting and professional. And then she goes back to copy. Copy. Oh, you guys heard the knock on the stream? It was loud. It was one of those like... It was more of a knuckle knock, not a fist knock. It was a knuckle knock. One of those. Or you hear that and you're like, is it Olga? Go PR. Who said go PR in the chat? When she does her Telemundo hit, go PR. Don't say her name 3 times. She'd come out like Candyman. How hilarious if she was watching the stream, not a chance. Now, the girl I'm dating has been watching these streams. I don't think she'll make it this far, but if you are, You know you're a dumbass for that. I'm not going to be in the doghouse. Oh, very good. But you have to spell Prophet X correctly. You think Olga knows how to use Twitch? Chase is over. Yeah, no. There is no doghouse with Wob. It's just the relationship is over. That's how I get out of the doghouse. I just end the relationship. Yeah, she reads my mentions and shit. She gets jealous. Doesn't have much ground to get jealous though. Unfortunately. Olga merch. Alright. I think it's time. Any other questions from the chat before we go? No, she gets jealous because she sees like the girls in my Twitter comments, like some of these girls like professing their love to me. I've never even met these people. Like, who's this girl that's said she loves you? Like, I don't know. She's like, you do know. I'm like, okay, I know. She's like, I knew it. I'm like, I just said that. These weird internet girls, man. Not a chance. Put it this way, if they're that hot and they're still single and on the internet, there's usually a reason. Almost always. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. She is jealous of Katie, actually. It was a whole thing. She couldn't understand the concept of me living with a girl that looks that good. And we were just roommates. She's like, you're lying to me. I'm like, I'm not lying to you. It's possible for a male and female to live together and just not have sexual attraction. It's called being an adult. How many catfishes? Yeah, I've had a couple of catfishes, but the problem, the catfishes aren't, I'm too sharp. Like, I've been in the dating streets for too long. I'll be able to pick up on it, and I know how, even if I proceed with the process of talking to someone, the things that I request, a catfish would never be able to pull off, like a FaceTime or there's ways for me to like send, a picture of this, not even of themselves, and they can't populate it. You see how they react and how long they take, and it's a catfish that's like trying to figure out a solution. I'm like, all right, this is over. You're never gonna get me. Yeah, platonic relationships are really fun, actually. They're incredibly beneficial, especially when the female looks that good. Get anything you guys want. Yeah, I think it's that time. All right, people. Well, it's been a pleasure. Nice to have a chase for the first time in a long time. Maybe we'll get one soon. Until then, I will see you on the timeline. I'm going to go watch. I have to catch up on Survivor. I haven't started White Lotus yet, just finished Severance. But there's a new episode of The Pit. Great show, especially for you millennials out there that watched ER. The Pit. It's Dr. Carter. Just sequel. Pick up right where you left off. Incredible stuff. All right, people. I'm out of here. Deuces.